Hey, what's up, man?
I'm blessed to. How can I help you out? What's going on?
Just have a couple questions. So the first one is, how do you find boots on the ground? And then how do you make it where the buyer doesn't talk to the seller? Like, do you have the boots on the ground do that?
Yeah, so what market are you in?
Fresno, virtual?
Fresno. So if you're in Fresno, I would virtually.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're going to do Fresno, I'd probably go to the Central Valley. I think that's what they call them. The Central Valley jobs Facebook groups. And as far as somebody that is willing to take pictures and show a property, get inside of it, get access and show a property, that's going to be the best one. I would avoid any real estate groups or realtors or other wholesalers because there's just too many risks of them trying to steal the deal. A regular old Joe that just wants $100 for taking pictures of a house, it's a lot safer.
I gotcha. And are you also telling them that they might be putting on like the lockbox?
Yeah.
And then also, like, how do you coordinate where like the boots on the ground is making sure, because you're going to be having them show the buyer the home, right?
Depends on the buyer. If they're really trusted, I can have a buyer go by. If they're not, I might have the boots on the ground go by it a couple of times for that buyer. So it just depends.
And how do you like make it where like the boots on the ground is making sure the buyer isn't talking to the seller if the seller is there?
Well, you can't stop that, right? Because you're not there. So the guy really wants to be a jerk face. He's going to do it, right? Like he's going to do it.
I got you.
But you just got to have a stern talk to the buyer and just say, hey, my boots on the ground is going to make sure it's all going smooth. The problem is it's more about conditioning the cash buyer and letting him know, because your boots on the problem is when I go in person, I actually talk to the seller to distract them while the cash buyer is going through.
Yeah.
Your boots on the ground can't do it. Your cash buyer is probably going to have to talk to the buyer and just asking questions about it. Hey, I'm actually, Rich's partner and we're going by looking at the property, looking to buy it. They're going to have to most likely, you can go the whole, I'm just here to inspect the property type role, or the, hey, I'm Rich's partner type role. Because the seller's probably going to ask questions and the cash buyer might have questions like, hey, how old are the trusses or something like that. I feel like if you go in the partner route, it will be fine. Now the conversation gets bad is how much do you have it locked up for? And all that's when it gets weird. And you're honestly have a wrong buyer at that point. You have to have a stern conversation with the cash buyer saying, hey, Mr. Cash Buyer, you're here to look at the property. The seller might ask you some questions. You're in as my partner. Don't ask too many questions, but like, I just don't want to lose out on this deal here, but they're good to go. They know you're here. You're going to have to be in and out in like 5 or 10 minutes at most. Go from there.
Gotcha. Okay. So it's really just going to come down to like that one-on-one understanding between me and the cash buyer.
Yeah, because it'd be weird. He just walks in there and just no speaking, right?
Sure. Okay.
Like, is this guy really his partner? Because you're gonna have to tell your seller that that's your partner, right?
Yeah.
And it's gonna be weird if he hops in and just doesn't talk, right?
Sure. Okay.
Hey, I'm Rich's partner. Okay, this makes sense. This is fine, right? Okay.
Gotcha.
Some sellers like, hey, how long have you guys been buying houses? Like just trying to make conversations. And so like then the sellers, then it's gonna be a little weird, right? But as long as the buyer knows, it's gonna be fine.
I gotcha. Okay, cool. That was a really big question I had. And then the second one is, so True People Search. When you enter in the address, there's like a lot of contacts that pop up.
Yeah.
Do you go for the one that has the current address as it, or do you go with the first name that pops up?
If the name is the owner still, I'd go after the name because it might be an absentee owner. So I'd probably go after name if that's what the name is on.
But a whole bunch of names will pop up. Will I go with the first name that pops up?
Probably if the address is associated with it.
Okay. And then with that being said, since there's a whole bunch of numbers, do you just recommend me putting in the sweat equity and calling one by one, or skip trace it and put it on Excel? Because you know how there's like different numbers?
Yeah, I mean, I would probably just call the mobile numbers and go from there. You're not going to know which one's going to be it, but you just got to call.
So just literally go one by one.
Probably call. I would skip the landlines, but yeah.
Okay. And then this is going to be the last one for me, and I appreciate everything. So right now I haven't had any deals yet. Do you suggest like finding cash buyers at the same time?
You can't. Where are you at right now?
As far as what market, or?
Yeah, where do you live right now?
I live in San Jose.
Okay, so if you're in San Jose right now, you're gonna do virtual things. Okay, I would probably, if you're in Fresno, I'd probably still do an 80-20. So I think that's a good amount. Find out how much time you can spend a week in wholesaling. Spend 20% of that time with cash buyers, 80% on wholesaling.
And are you just
deals, marketing?
Okay, 80-20, I gotcha. And then are you just telling them straight up like, hey, like I'm new to the area, haven't had any deals yet, but looking to add to the...
No, I don't say that because I think that's too much information that might make you even look worse.
Okay.
Hey, I'm a wholesaler. Are you looking to buy any more deals? I'm looking to sell some deals. Before I can sell you some deals, I gotta know what areas. You tell me the area, I'm gonna go market, I'm gonna get some deals under contract, send it to you. And so you kind of move it over, right? Like, hey, I want to give you some deals, but you gotta let me know where you want to buy. Then I'm gonna market to that area. I'm a little newer, but I'm ready to go.
Bet. Appreciate it, man.
I paid Zach in $5,000 to learn wholesaling, so I better dang work. It's your mindset, right?
For sure.
So yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Appreciate
don't
it, bro.
worry about the boots on the ground thing. I think a lot of people get it over. It's all about conditioning the seller.
Okay. Yeah, that
Sorry,
was one thing
conditioning
that was
the
kind
cash
of
buyer. My bad.
holding me up was just like stressing about the boots on the ground and making sure the buyer doesn't talk to the seller. But what you said kind of makes sense. Is like, I mean, they're gonna have to talk, or else it's gonna look like a little weird, right? So just
Yeah, and remember when you're closing a seller, hey, me and my partner are going to buy the house, not just you, right? So you kind of make it a partner thing, and that's sort of like that comes back to talking to sellers. Talking to cash buyers and be like, hey, you're going to be my partner on this transaction. I'm talking to sellers that me and my partner are looking to buy it. Are you okay if I say it like that? Yeah, it's fine. Good to go.
for sure.
Awesome, man. Any other questions?
What time do you go lives and do the one-on-ones on the weekdays?
Weekdays, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays at 1 p.m. Eastern, which is going to be 10 your time.
And
And
then
hop
Sunday.
on, ask any questions you got.
For sure, man. Let's get it.
All right, appreciate it, Rich. Make sure you go to Wholesaling Houses for Real, the Facebook group, because that's where the links are going to be on during the weekdays.
Yes, sir.
All right, appreciate it, Rich. Have you started marketing yet?
I've started pulling lists. Yeah, I got code violations, and then I just got a list of the water shutoffs. Probates, the public records weren't able to give it to me, so I think I just clicked on the wrong department.
Okay. Are you learning who the top wholesalers are in the area?
I'm not.
All right, so do that. Let me give you a little hint between you and me, okay? This is between you and me, all right? No one's going to know this. I'm not going to say any words, but there's a couple guys out here that like making videos about wholesaling. They don't have a lot of viewers, or they're not the most popular out here, but they regularly make content on wholesaling and what works for them. Might want to look what they're doing. Hey, this list is working for you. Okay. Like, hey, I'm going to let you do it. You seem very smart. You seem like you can figure it out. But
All right.
Facebook's going to be your best tool for finding people like that. That's all I can tell you.
For sure.
Do some good internet searching. You will find some people that make videos. The information is probably not good at all. You're not here for their info. You're here for what they do and how they say it works for them. And then you get from there. All right.
For sure.
You're copy ninja, bro.
All right, bro.
All right. Have a good one.